Hello, 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 my lovely little nightmares. Hold on, let me readjust how I'm sitting. I was laying down. Okay, so here's the dealiozos. As you might notice, we have a new tree. So I was working on trying to figure out how to get iron, and then I realized that there is a way. You can put compressed stone to get iron. We have currently got 11 iron. Make that 12. Can hear you. So, this is a perfectly viable way of doing it. Issue is the fact that, well, for one thing, if I accidentally misplace the block, like I did here, I need a diamond tool to be able to remove it. But that's not a big deal. So, what we need is we need to make these into iron ingots to continue on the thing. So while I was waiting for that, I started working on other things. So, I was cutting down trees. I got like 3 stacks of trees, and then I proceeded to cook 2 of them. What is that building? I want to see what that building over there is, but we can't leave the dome without dying very quickly. So, I cooked 2 of the 3 stacks of wood to get more charcoal, so that we have plenty of charcoal for, well, maybe not plenty, but we have quite a bit. And then, while I was doing that, I was also getting hats from the bees. So I would trap them in the little area over there, and then I would kill one of them to get a hat. And I would block off the area so that they would not be able to get to me once the rest were angry. And I made sure to breed them before I did so that we still have bees. All of them keep getting hats, so that's annoying. But I mostly wanted to get rid of the hat with the squid because it kept scaring me. So it made sense. And then I started planting the acacia trees because I was like, we need acacia trees. And I was like, oh wait, what else can I do while I wait for iron? Oh, wait, we need to put more water into that so that we can get more iron. Anyways, so it got me thinking, and then I was like, oh hey, I know. I can work on cutting down trees. I tried to expand this area, but as it turns out, there's quite a bit of water in here. But that's okay. I figured out how to make a sponge, so we're gonna make a sponge this episode. Anyways, so then I ran like 8 or so pieces of dirt through this to get seeds. They were all just flower seeds and beetroot seeds. So we now have beetroots, and we now have flowers growing here. So I can try and get flowers that I'm missing from the thingy to add to my collection with the bees over here. So we're going to set these over here somewhere. Set them like right... Wait, I can't right there. Why are there torches where I want to put them? Just move this to the side right there. Anyways. But yeah, so we got flowers growing now, which is cool. Ooh, hello? Orange tulip. I think I'm still missing a couple of flowers, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal. So, anyways, but yeah, so I didn't actually do much, but I did do a bit. And along with that, also through the sieve, we got bamboo, sugarcane, and grass seeds. And also this one tree sapling. And I thought that was cool. So now we need to work on completioning of more quests. So let me pull down the quest book. Let's see what quests we're working on. So we are currently working on this one so we can get more iron chunks. Technically speaking, Ava. Oh, we could have made them into nuggets, but that would have taken longer to get the ingots. So, there's that. Well, the only way to cook the clusters would be through the jar, which we do not have, or making a meltery foundry thing, which we don't really have the room for. Like, I guess technically speaking we do have the room for, but this area is like the main area. I want to keep this very green of an area, And then everywhere else is literally filled with water half the time. So until I can expand the dome in some sort of way without the water flowing in, or get up to the surface. I don't really want to do a foundry just yet. A foundry would be useful, it would be good, but I don't quite want to do one yet, so we're not gonna do that. So we had to do it the hard way. So then once we get that, we can work on making an iron sleeve and other stuff, like the jar. Alright, we got the iron ingots. So now we collect our reward. Yep, we're on our way to making the jar. So then, a jar processing block? Okay, so we need to make 1 cast iron. And one great way of getting cast iron is to just do that. So anyways, right, so I know how to make a sponge now. So the way that you make a sponge is you need 4 iron buckets, 4 wool, and 1 yellow dye, which I think one of these does grow yellow flowers, right? None of these grow yellow flowers, really. Okay, whatever. That's fine. I need food. I need to start making a way to make food. And we'll get to that later. Anyways. So now we get 2 cast irons to make this jar. And make the jar, we need more cast iron. So we're going to have to put more cast iron onto this. Which is why we're going to need even more iron to be able to do our thing. But once we get the thing up and running and we get the jar, we can get more iron more easily than with other ores. Right, so we're going to need a nugget to be able to make. Okay, so we're going to need 4 and a nugget to make the gear, and we're going to need 4 more to make the tubey tube thing. This thing. So then that means that we're going to need more than that. 7. Dang, okay. Anyways, but yeah, so there's that. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on making the tubey tube thing. There's my bees. Aren't they cute? What the heck? Okay, 2 of them have the same mask, it seems. Huh. Anyways, that's fine. Oh yeah, also, if you may have noticed, I also completed another quest I wasn't really thinking. I had done the storage quest making drawers. And that was kind of just accidental because I was just, doing stuff. Trying to make more better organization, I guess. And I wanted wooden drawers to hold stuff better. But yeah, so there's that. So many mobs. Alright, so now, has this finished cooking yet? Yes, it has. Awesome. Epic. Alright, so then we do this. That's a lot of tubes. Alright, so now we got our tubes. Now we get to collect this. And now, hey. Oh, hey. Give me my jar back. Give. There we go. I guess I had skipped a step because I forgot about all this. Fragile fluids will not be retained when broken. All warranty is voided after first use. Oh, I should probably be reading all these, huh? Whatever, it's too late now. Tempered glass jar. So we need to make a tempered glass jar, which means that we need tempered glass. To get tempered glass, we can put... Yeah. Do we have any glass? What's it called? We do not. Let's grab some sand. Alright, so... Let's grab some sand from over here. May as well. Wait, I don't like that. Okay, let me think. Alright, let me think. Give me a moment to think. I'm gonna take the sand from over here. There. Now we have 6 glass, which means that we should be able to just throw it into a furnace to make it into glass panes afterwards, right? Right. Where's my glass panes listed in this thing? Here it is. Yeah, which should give us plenty for the project that we are working on. Yeah, I need to at some point start setting up the stuff for, what's it called again? Delightful or something? Let's see. Farmer's Delight. I need to start setting up stuff for Farmer's Delight so that we can get food that is a little bit more filling, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so give me the last piece so I can make progress. So how many of these do we need to make the jar? Like 7? I think so. Yeah, 7 to make the jar. Cool. Okay, so then we go like, come on, this, and then this is how many we're going to need on the thingy. So let's just, for now. Has my iron grown? Yes, it has. Give me my iron. Now I'm gonna need to move this thing over. Give. I need a better place to set this because this is not working for me because it's too close to the farm, so I keep accidentally stepping on the plants. I wanted to make that area over there into a proper farm instead, but because of the water in there, that's not going to work until I remove the water. So until I can make a sponge, we're just tough out of luck, I guess. Like I said, to make a sponge, we're going to need 8 buckets, which is, we already have 1 bucket, which will be 9 pieces of iron to make those buckets. And we currently have 7 pieces of iron. So we don't have enough just yet. But we will be working on trying to get to the point where we can make a sponge so we can remove the water from in there so that we can make progress. Progresso. Give me that last piece. There we go. Okay. Now we just need to go like this. Go like that. Now we have our tempered jar. Excellent. Alright, so now tempered glass jars are used. Okay. So we need an auto processing jar, which is going to be too difficult to do right now with what we have currently. So instead, let's try and make a lava bucket, which I believe you can actually just do inside of the jar. If I just put the jar on top of a torch or a heat source. So now the jar is warm, and now we can make all sorts of things, including lava. It'll take a bit to make lava, but we can do it. So then we just have to grab 1 piece of cobblestone, and we can do it. Yep. Okay. So then, there we go. And now it should start making it. It's gonna take a bit. Where the heck did I get this orange lens from? So many orange lenses. I need less orange lenses and more of literally anything else. Anyways, right, so while we wait for that to do its thing, see what else can we do. I guess we could work more on other quests. If you don't have any of the materials for other quests just yet. Alright, so let's look at the storage thing. So if we want to make a big crate, we're going to need iron. We might just get a big crate randomly though, so I don't know if we really want to do that. Compact drawers require iron and smooth stone and that thing. This should actually be easy. We could do that one easily. So let's do that. So it's 1 of these bad boys and some sticks. So you put this in the center, you surround these around it. Come on. There we go. Now we got it. There we go. And now we collect our reward. And what we got in exchange was another small crate. Cool. Yeah. Alright, so then from there, we can make each of these, which are the slow upgrades to each of these. So the void one requires obsidian, which we do not have access to just yet. The illuminated one requires glowstone, which we do not have access to just yet. Is there any other ways? Recycler. Where the heck do you get this from? Oh, whatever. Okay, so we don't have access to that just yet. And then there's the storage usage 1. Increases the storage amount of the drawer is applied 2 by 2. Stackable up to 7. Which requires, again, obsidian, which we do not have access to. Okay? What about this key thing? What is this? Gold. Well, we don't have access to that either. Okay, well, never mind that then. That's fine. Okay, has it made its lava yet? How much longer? Ooh, it's getting there. Okay. Give lava. Give lava. Here it is. Alright, we don't want to mess anything up. We're gonna go over here. And then, how do I forget exactly. Okay, so we have to put it on an empty tank. And our empty tank just happens to be this glass jar. So let's put the glass jar down, like this. There we go. And then, boop, there we go. Mission complete. Woo. Okay, so now we get our random reward, which was a plant fertilizer. Wasn't that one of the quests? Yeah, it's over here. Look at that. I don't quite know how to use it. Is that another one of our quests? I'm not quite sure. What the heck did we just get now? Pity black hole unit? The heck is that? Is that in here anywhere? I don't think so. No, it doesn't really look like it. Okay, well that's odd. Okay, moving on. Let's just, I guess, throw it somewhere. Let's throw them into here, I guess. Okay. Has my iron grown yet? No. Alright, then looks like we're going to need a different way of going about this, which is this. Alright, so we can do this to get this. And then, if I remember correctly, which I might not, but I feel like we should be able to make a consistent thingy where I can just throw more stuff into it if we get a chest involved with the tubes. I think. I'm not actually quite sure on how it works. But I feel like I've done this before. I feel like that's how I did it before. It's been a while since I played OceanBlock because of the fact that I had to complete Star Factory, and Star Factory was taking so long that I ended up just kind of, you know, not playing anything else. Anyways. There we go. We just go like, come on. Boop. 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 There we go. Now we just need to pick this back up. There we go. Alright, and then if we put this into here, hopefully it'll just take it. I think. I'm not quite sure. Hold on, let's see if we get any explanations on how this can work. Yeah. So you can use tubes to connect chests and jars to put resources out of, especially useful for fluids. Okay. Then auto jar processing block. So the auto jar processing block will keep starting the crafting of selected recipes in the tempered jar until it runs out of available resources, making a useful tool for automation. So yeah, so then we want to get multiple of these jars so we can get multiple things running at once. Which is fine. Anyways, I want to get the sponge. This is more important to me right now. Because if we can get the sponge, then we can expand our area by a bit. And that would be great for me, you know? Alright, I need to do something with this lava bucket. Oh, right! No, wait, that'll take the lava bucket a minute. Let's just throw this into here for now. Okay, so then we need yellow dye and some wool. So we have some string. I think we have enough string to be able to do this. We definitely have enough yellow flowers to be able to do this. Okay, and then we go like this. We don't have enough string actually. Okay, let's go harvest some stuff. Let's go see if there's any of the stuff that gives string. This gives string. Yeah, but yeah, I need a better area for my projects. That's for sure. I also need to organize this a bit better, but whatever. Okay. Which then is enough to make one more wool, and then we go like over here, and we go like, I believe it was like this, and like that. Now we have our sponge. Perfecto. Right. And now come on. There we go. That has given us a bit more air space in there. We're gonna have to re-wet our sponge multiple times to get this to work. But that is a-okay, I do not mind. Alright, so now let's skip this. Grab it, and then we need to get more iron, obviously. Alright, so let's just start cooking stuff. So let's first cook the sponge. We're gonna definitely need more sponges for this project. But it's fine, it's fine. Y'all picked the dome, I just rolled with whatever y'all said. Hey. Alright, so we're doing pretty well actually, you know? We've got bees, we've got trees, we've got a jar now that actually functions. Right. So here's the thing. We can make a cobble generator if we get more buckets. We can get more buckets, then we can get a cobble generator. And a cobble generator would be great right now. Oh wait, is this? Oh no, that's not good. Okay. See, it was very dark, so I could not tell that that was an opening. Alright, we're gonna need to grab some wood to block that off for now. I don't have enough wood to block that off right now. Alright, let's just try. It's dark in there. Okay, right, so then... boop. Boop. Help, 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 I'm drowning. Yeah, this is gonna be a pain to fix. Okay, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll deal with it later. My frost melon slices are great, though. They're coming in clutch. Alright, so if we can get a cobble generator, then we can get infinite lava, which would be great. And so to get a cobble generator, we literally just need one more iron. So we could either try and save a bunch of, what was it, gravel or sand or something? Which one was it? Where are you, little nugget? Am I just blind? Because I don't see it anywhere. Here it is. Okay, so Yeah, with sand. Alright. So then if we can just run a bunch of sand through this, then plus, once we get a cobble generator, and also an auto hammer thingy, then we won't have to worry about running out of sand either, because it'll just keep making more sand. You know? So I guess technically speaking, it's not that big of a loss. If, keyword here is if, we can actually get enough iron to make a bucket. Come on. Come on. We may need more sand. Okay, that's annoying. Alright, well, or we could just smelt some cuppy stone and get a iron that way. Yeah, sure, let's do that for now. Because the sooner we get the thing, the better. You know? Because the sooner we can expand this area, the better. The sooner we can get up to the surface to get crates, the better. Because this area is very limited, okay? And I'm going to have to be very creative with how I go about stuff. That's for sure. But on the bright side, I'm pretty sure the hostile mobs won't spawn down here for the most part. As long as we keep it somewhat lit. On the downside, passive mobs don't spawn at all unless I have a blessed earth. So, to get blessed earth, we need a block of iron and a whole bunch of dirt. So I want to make one of these little rooms into a room that has the passive mobs. The issue is the fact that passive mobs spawn aggressively because of it. And it'll make it lag very quickly. But that just means I have to pick up the blessed earth quickly after we get the mobs that we need. So that's not that bad, you know? We just need one piece. It'll be fine in the long run. But also it spreads so very quickly, so we can't have any dirt around it. Which is a bit of an issue, but it's fine. Alright, to make a cobble generator, we're going to actually need a lava bucket and a water bucket. So that's why we need more iron right now for this, because it needs 2 buckets involved in it. But that's fine. I wonder what this wood is used for. What is this on the side of it? Why does it say I need a pickaxe? What? Hello? What is this? What does this wood turn into? What color is this wood? Oh, that is pretty. I'm gonna use this to block up more of the water. Yeah, if we can just expand our area a bit, it'll be better in the long run. You know? Yeah. We're slowly making progress. We just need to keep working on it. Yeah. So as you can see, this is going to be much more of a taxing process than if we had used one of the other island templates. Like, legitimately. What the heck? Oh, fire resistance. That's fun. That'll come in handy later, I guess. I should keep that in mind. Huh. Does it seriously give me fire resistance? Oh, it does. It's only like 10 seconds. Oh, you can just keep eating it. That's fun. Anyways, yeah. So, that's cool. I should keep that in mind. Anyways, yeah. So this would have been a lot easier if we had went with literally any of the other island templates that I offered as a choice. Because of the fact that we wouldn't have to be dealing with water above our head 24/7, and I'd be able to expand however I wanted. As long as I had blocks, which are not that hard to get. The main issue is the fact that with how this pack works, I will drown very quickly. Oh gosh, they scared me. I will drown very quickly if I, try and go in the water because of how low into the water we are. Because I'll get slowness, and the air pressure down here is very, very, very low, so you drown very, very quickly if you could not tell from the fact that it went down in like 5 seconds instead of a slow thing, But yeah, so that's a problem that we're definitely going to have to address later by getting scuba gear. Anyways, I'll see you guys next episode when I have the materials to make a kabugen. Bye bye. Bye bye.